Hello all. Before we begin the video, let's discuss CloudFoundation. CloudFoundation is the premier online training platform to help individuals and organizations gain knowledge and skills in the ever-growing cloud computing industry.
Yes. So, for example, if an employee for any existing employee, I am transferring him from one entity to this entity. So I am changing the entity. So what will happen? The location will also get changed, right? Because the location is mapped automatically with the entity at when we have done the configuration OK. So whenever there is some field in the employee profile where the location is also there, then when you are changing the entity, location will also get changed because these are associated to each other. Okay. That is the importance when you are giving the association between the two objects. So here you can see location and legal entity got it. So now we have this location and legal entity. So these are available for the whole system. It is available for the whole system, okay. It is available for the whole system. So, whichever the employee you are hiring for this entity, okay, that employee will be again connected with this location. Okay. And when I am going. One more thing, when you go and see here, suppose this is a record which is already created and it is already 1 year old in the system. There is already lot of employees profile which is linked with this entity and with this particular location. Now, if customer comes and says that I want to change the record, okay, I want to update the record. Okay, I want to have some modification. So when you are doing some modification, at that time you should not go and do from the take action. You have your option here. Make the action right. So when you are going with a make, direction means you are just overwriting this record, right? Okay? Suppose you have a requirement where you want to update something you know. Let us take you want to update the standard weekly hours, or you want to update the geo zone or something. Okay. So in that case you should not go and overwrite the existing record, okay. So the SAP best practice is that whenever we want to do some change in the data which already the record is already. Suppose this record is already connected with multiple employees, right? So it will have an impact when you are going and changing. So in that case we will use this another tab that is called as a insert new record. And whatever record which you are going and creating, that new record should have an effective date. Okay. It should be from 1st of July or from 1st of January. Okay. So according to that, you can able to go and give some effective date, and according to that, we can able to go and create a record. So once you go and create a record, what is the benefit? You are not tinkering anything with the old record. The new record will be there in the history and the old record will be there. So you can see I have changed the standard weekly hours and the geo zone with some effective date, and you can see the old record will be there. That is the created record. Okay. So this is the best practice which SAP follow. So whenever you are going with any of these foundation objects, you should make sure that these foundation objects, any records, suppose if I am going with a location group and I am selecting a particular location here. So if I want to modify something here in this, Among the values here, the record which I should not go into, the take action and make correction, I should go from the insert new record. If customer has not given any effective date, we should ask to them, what is the what you did from our end? Okay, got it. Yes, okay. This we should keep it in mind whenever we work in the. Either you are into implementation or you are into support project. Both the case is okay. So for creating the record, we can go here. You can go and click on 3 at new. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can ask me and I will go and create a location here. So SAP always has a start date and end date. So do you know what is the start date, SAP start date which they are following? And what is the end date? End date, I remember that is 311 to 99. Start date is some 900 items, 1900. Okay. So if customer is not giving any effective date, then it is always best to take the SAP start standard date. Okay. So here we can go and take SAP standard date. So now I can go and create a record here, that is, let me take. Okay, I am copying this name here. When you are copying this name, if you want to give the other translations, then you have an option here for providing the other translation. Okay, other translation. You can understand, write the text. Change the other language, right? So that SAP will. This was that customer will provide that translation. We need to take the details from the customer. Okay, status. So these fields which I am referring. So you can see the label field. Some mandatory. Okay. Length of the field, right. How many standard fields are there? You are adding some custom field. So how it is coming from the corporate at a moment from the provision? Okay. So location, group, everything, the real time, the customer will provide us okay. So now I am not taking anything okay. Let us take standard weekly or something like that for P. Legal entity I have already created for the training purpose of using that legal entity. Okay. And I need to select the country also. Okay. And I am just clicking on save. Okay. This is one way of creating the record. So if I go and want to search a location, okay. You can see it is showing here, which we have just created, okay. So when you are created, you can see who has created that log also will be showing here. Can you feed a log here below? Yeah. This is something, a concept, where you are go again creating manually, and this is a place where all the foundation objects we got has been maintained okay in any environment. That is a production preview, or the development got it. Now, another way of going and creating is duplicating the screen. We have another tool that is called as a import foundation data. Okay. So when you go and create the import foundation data, you can see, first of all you will have to download the template. So, as I told you in proxy management also, I shown you that SAP file only support with the SAP format. Okay.
And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.